For those of you who missed this week's episode of Shadowspark Chronicles, here's what happened. We left our group at the tavern in Smyrna, where Gwenton had racked in a small amount of gold playing some games of chance with the locals. Marsden was sitting there chatting with another Valdakian by the name of Lomar, who had been studying in the area for a while. Bishop had just met a friendly tinker by the name of Bren, and Oz, going by Helga once more, sits watching the entrance to the tavern. Helga chats up with the barkeep and finds out that Colton Frost started coming to Smyrna the last 2 or 3 years and having these events shortly after the disappearance of his son. The group decides to rest at the inn for the night and follow Lamar back to the inn. After purchasing some rooms, Gwenton bathes and goes to sleep as Bishop stands at the window and watches the sleeping town. Marsden goes to his room and sketches the part of Smyrna that he can see from his window, and Helga stares out her window towards a dock with great unease. She decides to take a late night walk and check out the dock area, where she sees the beginnings of a stage set up but nothing else of interest. On her way back, she sees 6 individuals wearing red cloaks, and she follows them a bit before one turns to her and tells her to leave. Darkness then envelops her, and when she can see again, the individuals are nowhere to be found. Bishop sees Helga following them until they are out of his view. The group meet back up in the morning, and it's decided that they should go up to Lamar and get Caldera's description, and Marsden should stay and work with him to find a way into the Undercity, while Bishop, Gwenton, and Helga walk to town looking for Caldera. Bishop asks Helga about the event with the robed figures. After a brief explanation of what occurred, Bishop starts asking locals about the group. Everyone knows about the group, and they think they belong to some religious group, but nobody ever talks to them or interferes with them. After looking around all day and no sign of Caldera, they decide to head back to the inn and talk with Marsden and Lamar. Marsden has learned a bit from Lamar's research. It appears that the destroyed city of Dosh, Smyrna, and an unknown city that used to be where the Sandalwood Lake are all connected via magical ley lines. Lamar tells the group that the robed figures are called the Nightwalkers and have just recently showed up in Smyrna. It is decided that the group should go to the last place they have seen and wait for them in hopes of finding out what their true goal is. The plan works as the group holds up in the abandoned house and waits. A few hours pass and they see the robed figures approaching. As they walk past the house, Marsden calls out to the group in hopes of talking to them. One of the robed figures breaks off and looks around for Marsden, but after a brief chat, the area goes dark. After looking around and finding nothing, darkness fades and any trace of the figures are gone. The group heads back to the tavern with a heavy feeling of defeat. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as we continue our adventures of the Shadowspark Chronicles, and as always, we'll see you in the dungeon. As they walk past the house, Marsden calls. Oh my god! Talking is not something I am good at.